Okay guys, I'm going to show you the task 2. The instructions are here and they are very clear. They are saying that on the same folder you created called word tasks, create the following letter as it appears, then save the document as task 2. So we already have the folder. So I will copy the name of the document, which is task 2, Control C, minimize. I go to the folder. The folder was word tasks. So you open this folder by double clicking it. Then we just do the same thing we did. Right click, you go to new, then new Microsoft Word document. Then you Control V, paste the name, which is task 2. Then you double click on task 2 to open the document, or you can also right click on the document, then click open, then it will open. So here is our document. So in this document we are supposed to create the following letter as it appears, okay, which is this one. So you can highlight by left click and hold, then you drag all through to the end of the letter, then Control C to copy, then you go back to your document and Control V to paste, or you can type word by word so that you learn also how to type in Microsoft Word. Then from there now we need to format this letter to look exactly as this one that we have here. So what you do is we know the first address ends at Soweto, South Africa. Soweto, South Africa. Press enter. The human resource, Baraton College. Okay. Let me look here. There is no space in between them. It's just the title has been aligned right. Okay. So the date, not the title. The date has been aligned right. So that's what exactly I will do. Highlight the date. You can come here, when it turns like that, you click, it highlights, or you can come here and left click and drag to highlight. Then you write align right. So it takes it there. Then the next thing we need to look at is Dear Miss Otieno. So there's a space there. There's space there. So you click there and press enter because there is space. Then you ensure that this sentence is in good order. Do it like that. You have to confirm with what we have here. This paragraph ends at answer questions for students. Answer questions for students is here. Then you have space. Yeah, there is a space there because we're having only 3 paragraphs here. So the other one ends at lecturer in physics at Baraton College. So you come back here and do the same. Bring back the wordings like that. I'm using, you left click there, then you press the backspace key on your keyboard like that. Then you press the space bar to space so that the words are not together. Something like that. Okay. So the paragraphs ends here at lecturer in physics at Baraton College. Then we press enter. So that's paragraph 2 for you. Then we have the last paragraph. Okay, we do the same thing, trying to edit this. We have been told it should be exact. Yeah. Yes, they're saying it should be exact. What are they saying? Create the following letter as it appears. Okay. Thank you for your consideration. There's a space there. There's a space there. Okay. Then, if we look at it, it's justified. If you look at it, it's justified. So we can Control A so that we highlight everything and come to justify. Yeah, this one, the justify function, distribute your text evenly between the margins. It distributes your text evenly between the margins. So you click that so that we achieve that. So there is some space here. I think we never backspaced properly. So we can backspace like that. And we are good to go. Then the standard format is always the font that we normally use is Times New Roman, and the font size is always 12. So we will do that for all this later. You Control A, you come and say the font style, it Times New Roman. It's here. Then font size is 12. That is normally the typical or the standard format that is there. Okay. Then this date, we need to take it back to the, we justified it. That's why it was brought back. So we need to align content with the right margin. So we do that so that it goes there. So this, I think we have formatted it correctly. So let us remember what we are doing here in this task 2. Yeah, we are trying to learn how to write a job application later. Okay, and we have some tips for writing a job application later. Point number 1, you need to analyze the job posting. Okay, yeah, and you are doing so that you know what the employer wants. Yeah, and also include the most convincing and relevant details in your letter. Okay, that's the first point that you need to put into consideration. Then another thing that you're supposed to put into consideration is you need to include your most relevant qualifications. Okay, so you have to make a list of your relevant experience and skills so that you include them. Yeah, I think at some point I will explain to you at what point are you supposed to actually capture such a thing. Okay, then number 3, you need to write your application in a certain way. Yeah, because how you write your application matters. Yeah, it matters a lot. Yeah, for example, the length. Yeah, it should be no more than 1 page. Okay, yeah, and that is a range of 3 to 4 paragraphs. 3 to 4 paragraphs, it's a typical application later. Yeah, if you look here, we are having only 1, 2, 3 paragraphs. Okay, so that's the length. Then the format and page margins. Yeah, Normally it should be single spaced. Here it's where we look at line spacing. Okay, yeah, line spacing. Let me see if we have line spacing options. This is where we put the settings for line spacing. But in short, what you need to know, you should use a single spaced. You should have also space between each paragraph, like this, where we are having space. Yeah, where we are having space between each paragraph, like that one, that one, that one. Yeah, it makes your application looks better. Yeah, and you need to use 1 inch margin. Margins, we look at layout, then we come to the margin. Yeah, it should be around 1. Yeah, that is it depends if you are using it should be use 1 margin align your text. That is in case you have to write a lot. Yeah, so you click that one, so it comes like that. Yeah, this one, it allows you to capture as much content as possible in your document. But if you realize you don't have much content, you can just use the normal margin setup, that one, because we don't have much content in our letter. Or we can still go to, yeah, okay, just leave like that. And align your text to the left, which is a standard format. You need to align the text to the left, which is a standard format. But also you can use the justify. Okay, come to home menu, you can use the justify or align your text to the left. So it depends on what you prefer. I can highlight the paragraphs and highlight to the left, something like that. But if you feel that is not good, use justify so that it looks standard like that. Then another thing that you need to put into consideration is the font. Yeah, the font, the traditional font or the font styles that we use when writing application letters is Times New Roman. In our case, we have used Times New Roman. We also have Arial. Okay, let me highlight all. We have Arial, just Arial, not Arial Black. So you need to be keen on that. Arial, where is Arial? Let us see. Arial. Something is misbehaving. Where is Arial? Yes, it's here. Can use Arial. That's the format you can use, or Times New Romans, or Calibre. Okay, Calibri, not Calibri Light, but Calibri, singular start. Yeah, okay, you can use that. Those are the traditional font styles. Yeah, there are 3: Times New Roman, Arial, or Calibri font styles. Okay, but for me, I prefer using Times New Roman, so I'll use that. And the font size should be between 10 and 12. So I go to the highest value, which is 12. You realize if you go to 14, sorry, let me highlight. You realize if I go to 14, it becomes too big and it looks babyish. Okay, so the professional font size is 12. Okay, that one looks professional. That's good. Then that's it on how you write your application letter. You see, it looks serious and that. Let's look at something else. Yeah, what to include. What do you include in each section of the letter? Yeah, when you're writing this application letter. So we have the headings. In the headings, we normally have two addresses. The first one belongs to you, okay, and the second one belongs to the employer. And in this heading, in these addresses, you need to capture the name, the address, the phone number, and the email, if possible. Okay, and there should be a space in between them, and they should be aligned on the same side. Yeah, that's the professional way of writing this, and there should be a space to separate your address and the address of the employer. Are you seeing that? Yes. Then we have the date that comes after the addresses, and so that the date stands out, you can align it on the right. Yeah, this is right align, not on the left. Right align, so that the person will see the date when you wrote your application letter. Yeah, it's very important. Then we have the salutation, where you say dear. Yeah, you have to. That's the best way, the polite way to address these people that you don't know. Okay, you just write dear, then their title, Miss or Mr. or Mrs., then their name. Okay, then after that, this is here, dear Miss Atieno. Yeah, if you're not sure of their gender and their position, you can just put here Mr. stroke Mrs. because you don't know who they are, their gender, their position, or yeah, that is in case you don't know. But it is always good you do some research so that you are sure of who they are. Okay, of who they are. Then we have the body of the letter. We have the first paragraph where you need to mention the job you are applying for and where you saw the job. Okay, yeah, so here you have to write the job you are applying for and where you saw the job. I think I never wrote where I saw the job. You can specify if you saw it on the website or on a paper advert or on social media. You need to state, you need to mention the job you are applying for and where you saw the job. Then in the second paragraph, the second paragraph, this is the most important part of your letter. Okay, the second paragraph. This is the most important part of your letter. Actually, most managers or hiring experts or the HRs, the human resource, they go to this paragraph and read this paragraph. Yeah, this is the most important part of your letter. Yeah, this is where you need what the manager or what the employer was seeking for. Yeah, you remember when you're trying to analyze the job posting. Yeah, and you realized you know what the employer wants, and you need to include the most convincing and relevant details. Those details are included in this second paragraph, okay? Because you're capturing what the employer was seeking. Then, this is the skills and the experiences that the qualifications, the experience and the skills that you have. So you need to capture it there soundly and with brevity. Yeah. Then in the third paragraph, this is the last, mostly this is the last part of your letter, you will be, this is where you give your thank you message to the employer. You give your thank you to the employer. Yeah, you can also offer a follow-up information in this part. Then we have this part which we call the complementary clause or a polite clause of your letter. Yeah, it's always good to use it sincerely. Yeah, then if you are printing this, you can put your signature here. Yeah, but if you are not printing it, you can just use your name. Just write your simple name there if you are not going to sign. Yeah, but it's always important to put your signature there, your name, and your contact information after your name. So in short, when writing these application letters, you need to keep it brief always. Don't write too much. Just be precise and brief. Use your utmost brevity in writing these letters. Then after you finish writing, you need to proofread and edit your letter. Yeah, there are always some minor mistakes, and you don't want to submit your application letter with some errors or with some typos. So it's always very important to proofread and edit your letter. Use keywords. Use keywords when writing your application letter. Yeah, and these keywords, you get them from the job posting. Yeah, use the terminology they are using in their job posting or in their advert. Yeah, to try and borrow some of the keywords that are there, the main words, and use them in your application letter. Yeah, this one will make the HR feel like you are a good fit for the job. Okay, so I think that's it. That's how we write an application letter. These are basic knowledge, but very important because most people do not follow these skills. And that's why you find people keep on writing application letters and they never receive any feedback. So this is how you do your work. So at the end, and that's the end of task 2, you can save your work and print your document ready to send it to the employer. Yeah, ready to send it to the employer. I hope you have learned something from this, and I wish you all the best.